Ford, who is watching cable TV? Just answer me that. And after you answer me that, who is watching commercials? You may have heard this quote before: stopping advertising to save money is like stopping your watch to save time. It does not make sense. That person that said that, his name is Henry Ford. But he'd also be in favor of wise spending of your advertising dollars, so today he is rolling over in his grave because of Ford's marketing team's decisions on certain things for their advertising spend. Ford partnered with 3 high-level talent influencers: Kip Moore, a country music singer; Jimmy Chin, who's a filmographer and climber; and Brooke Rabbittu, who is an Olympic climber. And the theme was Build Wild. So that was the theme of their Ford Bronco and the return of it. But apparently their marketing team still exists 25 years ago, last when this Ford Bronco existed, because they think that doing commercials is wise spending of your advertising dollars. They did 3-minute commercials with each of these influencers. No one saw them. They're on IGTV. I had to look for them. But that's not even really the issue. I'm here to tell you exactly what's wrong with doing something like this and how they could have done it even better. How they could have used this high-level influencer talent if they decided to do that. And I would suggest, even if they decided not to, what other ideas they could have done that would have just been so much better for their advertising dollar. Let's just call all of these, but specifically this one, which is awful, authentically unauthentic. Everything about these videos, and specifically this one, oozes of production, acting, just a lack of real transparency. And oh, by the way, this was probably about $1 million or more. Let's take this Kip Moore example. Production costs, staff, location, stylist, gear, etc. I don't know, do you want to call this $200K, $300K, $500,000? It's definitely in that ballpark or more. The talent at a minimum is $100,000 just for the appearance alone, let alone an all-day shoot, 200 plus. So we're already near $500,000 or more in production costs. To make this even worse, these ran on ABC, ESPN, and National Geographic on a Monday night at 8 p.m., the first commercial. I'm going to take a breather for this one. Ford, who is watching cable TV? Just answer me that. And after you answer me that, who is watching commercials? No one is watching commercials. If we say today that now more than ever, your consumer is spending more and more time on social media, let's just take that alone. And then secondly, 90%, you can look it up, 90% of people watch TV or something on the TV with a second screen in hand, 90%. That's many of you. I certainly do that. I have my phone out while I'm watching Netflix. So if we say those two things, when we take those things that I looked up in 5 minutes and found out, but apparently Ford Motor Companies and their marketing team did not know this, why don't we allocate resources towards where our consumers are spending the most time? This is why Gary Vee goes after companies like you consistently, and why I'm partnering with him to do that. And why I'm talking to you people today is because you guys still look at the Coke and the Visas and the Ford Motor Companies with your brands and try to mimic them. And I'm here to tell you that is a bad idea because you do not need to do that. Now, for the solution, let's just say that we work with the high-level talent. We're going to use them. We're going to use Kip Moore. We're going to use Jimmy Chin and Brooke Rabbittu. We're still going to have high talent costs, but let's try to keep the production costs at a minimum. Okay, let's go back to the theme, Ford Motor Company, Built Wild. Let's give Brooke Rabbittu or Jimmy Chin a GoPro, have them climb and ride around their Bronco in a GoPro. Although it's rough content, it's for us selling a rough machine. Let's say Kip Moore. Give him and his band a GoPro or a video, or have him use his iPhone, all I care. Have him go do 2 to 3 pop-up concerts at just random places that he just posts the day of or within the hour. Whoever's at Central Park, whoever's at Yosemite, and at this specific location, I'll be standing up in the back of my Ford Bronco playing my acoustic guitar. I'm going to play 3 to 5 songs. Now, what do you have? You have those lucky followers, those people that happen to be in those locations, whether it be 20 or 100 people. They're documenting Kip Moore standing up in the back in the new Ford Bronco that's going to be coming out. They're documenting it on their phones. They're going to be posting about it on their story, etc. Then you have, plus the Kip Moore and his band, footage of the 2 to 3 places that they go. And it's a wild adventure, something that's unplanned, and they're just posting and having fun with their followers, especially in today's world where there's concerts aren't happening, but maybe in a public place where people can social distance, etc., you have this content that can exist forever. Let's say we don't use the high-level talent. Let's say we use YouTubers, adventure vloggers, those van life people that go out and live the built wild lifestyle on a day-to-day basis. Work with 10, 20, 50 of these people with the budgets that you have in your power at Ford to work with these people. Give them a car to go test drive, to go on a weekend adventure. Have them document their journey. Have them go on a day adventure and use and drive it around and get it dirty. Have them spend the night in it, etc. Have them document their journey. You'll have this content to post on your channels. You get great feedback, you get a lot more test users, and you get mass amounts of content, much more than the thousands of dollars that you paid for those commercials that no one ever watched. So, Ford Motor Company, we have great ideas. You should probably work with Kinship. But outside of that, big companies and companies that are, and brands that are watching this, don't mimic the big brands that are making these big mistakes on commercials. But instead, work with, if you're going to use high-level talent, or if you're going to use influencers and micro-influencers, match the product that you're selling. If it's a rough machine, use the rough content. Keep it authentic to the consumer that you're trying to reach.